Welcome to Check It Out. My name is Becky White, and I'm here with Nicole to tell you about what's happening this month at Peace Public Library. The library will be closed on Monday, January 1st for New Year's Day, and Monday, January 15th for Martin Luther King Day. The adult programming this month, we have basic tech assistance on Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. On Wednesday, January 10th at 6 p.m., we have Kenneth Gloss, Antiques Roadshow appraiser and Boston-based Brattle Bookshop proprietor, coming to talk about his favorite finds, explain what makes books and manuscripts rare, and what factors determine their value. He will also do some appraisals while he's here. We will also be starting a seed library. To commemorate the occasion, Moose Mountain Seed Savers will be on hand Saturday, January 13th at 11 a.m. to demonstrate winter seed sowing techniques. The short story discussion for this month will be The Bride by Julia Elliott and will take place on Friday, January 19th at 12:30. Pick up a copy at the library and join us. Feel free to bring a lunch. The book discussion for this month will be The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. Named one of the best books of the 2000s, you'll be intrigued by the science behind viral trends in business, marketing, and human behavior. Copies will be available at the library. Come learn mesh canvas embroidery with our circulation assistant and craft master, Sam, on Monday, January 29th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. This program is open to high schoolers and adults. Registration is required as supplies are limited. To reserve your spot, stop by the library or visit our website. We'll also be offering an escape room for the whole month of January. You're a world traveler but running late for your flight. You have 60 minutes to make sense of the clues, solve the puzzle, and find your ticket. This is for adults and teens ages 14 and up, and families with children ages 10 and up. Consider recruiting 4 to 6 people. This is tricky. Call us or stop in to reserve a spot. Have you been waiting for the return of the community knitting group? Well, it's back, starting Thursday, January 11th at 10 a.m. on alternating weeks. All skill levels are welcome to attend, from beginners to pros. High schoolers, if you also love to knit, we have an after-school offering starting on Thursday, January 18th at 3:30 p.m., also on alternating weeks.
Next, for families with babies, toddlers, and preschoolers, story time continues to be on Wednesdays at 10:15 a.m. We're also adding a Thursday story time at 11 a.m. Kids Chess Club will continue to meet every Friday at 3:30 p.m. and Book Buddies is on the second and fourth Wednesdays from 3:30 to 4:30. STEAM Tuesday is changing its name to become Homeschool STEAM. This program remains targeted at homeschooling families but is open to everyone. January's activity is snowflake construction and will be on January 9th at 1:30 p.m. For our LEGO lovers, don't miss the January Brick Builders event on the 16th at 3:30. And if you have a Reading Dragons participant, there will be a Reading Dragons meeting on Friday, January 19th at 3:30 p.m., where we'll learn to play some easy games with our cards and work on designing our very own game. There will be Bread and Tacos meetings on Tuesday, January 23rd. Bread meets at 5 p.m. and Tacos at 6 p.m. Bread is our advisory group for kids ages 10 to 12, while Tacos is for ages 13 to high school graduation. Teens will also have their very own time to spend with Jack, usually known as our book buddy, as a way to relieve midterm stress from 4:30 to 5:30 on January 17th. Finally, young tabletop and video gamers, we have 2 exciting opportunities for you. We'll be running a 6-week Dungeons & Dragons campaign for 10 to 13-year-olds starting on January 24th. Space is limited, so contact me or the library in general for more information or to register. The library will also be hosting a video game day for youth ages 10 to 17 on January 20th from 10 to 1. You can use our Wii and games or bring your own console and games you're willing to share. Games should be rated E, E10, or T.
We always have new books coming into the library. Here are some highlights of ones that have recently come into the library or are being published this month. For graphic novels, in Hip Hop Family Tree, discover the history of hip hop in graphic novel form. This omnibus collection of the New York Times bestselling series includes over 140 pages of extras in a deluxe hardcover for the first time. In I Must Be Dreaming by Roz Chast illustrates her own dream world, a place that is sometimes creepy but always hilarious, accompanied by an illustrated tour through Dream Theory Land, guided by insights from poets, philosophers, and psychoanalysts alike. For Ferrante fans, for those new to Ferrante, or for readers of graphic novels, Chiara Lagani and Elanta Fuente's My Brilliant Friend, the graphic novel, is a thrilling new adaptation of one of the best-loved novels of recent decades. Translated by Ferrante's longtime translator, Anne Goldstein, the graphic novel tells the enduring story of the complex friendship between Lila and Lanu in post-war Naples. For adult fiction, we have Disappearance of a Mysterious Informant Who Leads Two People Desperate for Answers to an Island of Deadly Deception in the Night Island, the newest novel in the Lost Night Files trilogy by New York Times bestselling author Jane Ann Krentz. In The Friendship Club by Robin Carr, 4 women come together at a tumultuous time in their lives, forging an unbreakable bond that will leave them all forever changed. In Private Missing Persons by James Patterson and Adam Hamdy, a U.S. pilot is shot down during a covert mission in Afghanistan. In New York, a mother is forced to flee with her 2 young children. Finding the connection between the two will lead the private team right into a deadly trap. For adult nonfiction, we have Alexandria, the City That Changed the World by Islam Issa, an original, authoritative, and lively cultural history of the first modern city, from pre-Homeric times to the present day. Francesca Peacock's Pure Wit, The Revolutionary Life of Margaret Cavendish, follows the remarkable and in her time scandalous 17th century writer Margaret Cavendish, who pioneered the science fiction novel. The story of a group of Goodyear tire and rubber workers fatally exposed to toxic chemicals, the lawyer who sought justice on their behalf, and the shameful lack of protection our society affords all workers is explored in The Cancer Factory, Industrial Chemicals, Corporate Deception, and the Hidden Deaths of American Workers by Jim Morris.
Things are going great for our YA romance fans. These 3 titles are recent or upcoming additions to our shelves. 7 Minutes in Candyland by Brian Wasson is a YA rom-com starring Calvin, an underground school candy seller turned relationship therapist to his peers, one of whom happens to be his crush. Hockey Girl Loves Drama Boy by Erin Faith Hicks comes from Erin Faith Hicks, who has thrilled younger readers with everything from horse girls to fantasy. Hockey Girl Loves Drama Boy brings us anger management, peer mentorship, and maybe something more. What happens when a Broadway enthusiast causes a little too much trouble, then makes an agreement to participate in a Dungeons & Dragons group in the hopes of her coworker getting a girlfriend? Well, find out in Dungeons & Drama by Christy Boyd. In the children's room, keep your eyes out for Slugfest, Gordon Corman's latest hilarious novel. A group of underdogs have come together when they're forced to attend summer school for failing PE. Both the paper and audio CD versions should be hitting our shelves in January. Gravity is Bringing Me Down, written by Wendelin Fandrennen and illustrated by Cornelia Liga, is perfect for young science enthusiasts and anyone who's ever had a case of the clumsies. Follow Lita in this picture book as she trips, tumbles, and takes a visit to a science center. The Adventures of Invisible Boy by Doogie Horner is the first in a new series of graphic novels. After a science fair accident, Stanley, no, not Flat Stanley, becomes invisible and must use his new power to stop our villain, who is also the one person who can make Stanley visible again.
If you'd like to put any of these titles on hold, just stop by the circulation desk or give us a call, and a library staff member would be happy to assist you. For the most up-to-date information about things going on at the library, please visit our website at peacepubliclibrary.org or our Facebook page. That's what's happening this month at Peace. We'll catch you next time on Check It Out.